How's it going, everybody? Jerome here, back bringing you guys another video in regards to Persona 5 news. And it has been quite some time since I talked about P5 and since I uploaded anything P5 related, like gameplay wise, especially since, you know, I hid all my videos because there's that, I think it was this Russian girl who were flagging Persona videos left and right. I have no idea why, but it was happening, so you can look it up. Anyways, back to the topic. Today is something special because they announced Persona 5 The Royal. This is what P5R is, and they showed us a little teaser trailer that I figured I might as well just give my thoughts and opinions about, and essentially follow up my other video that I made a couple months back talking about what P5R may be. So in short, back then, I said P5R may be the fighting game that a lot of people have been asking for, due to the timing of a lot of things, due to it taking place right after EVO Japan, which, even though we didn't have an exact date, all we had was 2019-3, which is obviously March, but we never had an exact date. But either way, it did take place after EVO Japan, so there was that, and then there was another reason in mind where I was like, Markman said something on Twitter revolving around P5, so it definitely has a chance to being P5 Arena or P5 Ultimax, however you guys want to talk about it. But in the end, within this video, I think I'm going to be backpedaling on that. Even though I did say it may have a chance, and I was leaning towards the fact that it may be a fighting game, I was still iffy. So within the teaser trailer, all it did was again show a female character, long hair, she is a redhead, and it has dialogue. The first dialogue is coming from some random dude, and he is asking her, what does she think about the Phantom Thieves? Her response was this: I think helping people is a wonderful thing, but if I had to say, I don't like them. I don't think the Phantom Thieves' methods will make the world a better place or help anyone. In the end, I feel like you can only solve that yourself. Now, obviously, with this dialogue alone, it's making it seem that she is this, I don't want to say the anti-hero of the ordeal, because that's just a wrong title for her, but they're making it seem that she is this character that approves of the Phantom Thieves, but just is just like, yeah, I don't, like, the way they're doing it is just wrong. And she sounds like she would rather take things into her own hands. She may be the girl Akechi that we technically needed in all this time, because let's just be honest, as much as people like Goro, he was definitely a one-shot character, and he was wasted potential. Now the question is, how will she be implemented into the story of Persona 5? This again is all going on par where P5 The Royal may just be the extended version of Persona 5 out there, just like how P4G happened for P4. And if there's one thing I'm gonna say, I am gonna say it right now. I am not a huge fan of P5. I don't hold P5 in a high regard. I think it's a great game, but it definitely has some major flaws. For me personally, especially when it comes to storytelling and how epic it can be at the ending. And I know I'm not the only one that shared this opinion, but I do also know that a lot of people out there definitely enjoy P5 for what it is. They think it's like the best game ever. They enjoy it. This is their first Persona game, so they're going to defend it with all their might. But in the end, for me personally, I was not a huge fan. I loved the beginning. It had a strong beginning, and then it fell with Makoto, and it picked up again with Futaba, and the game sucked when it spoiled what was going to happen in Haru's story, literally in the beginning of the chapter because of Sai's line saying, why did it happen this way? Good job, game. But even with all that, Haru's section still kept that momentum. And then you had the final dungeon and the mementos, and then you fight the damn last few bosses. Shido alongside with the damn cup, and then the entity. And I wasn't a fan. I felt like it dragged on a bit, and I felt it wasn't as impactful as P2, 3, and 4 did. I said something similar in regards to FF15. In short, I said it was a great game in the first half, but then when it came to the story in the second half, it really just bum rushed you through the whole ordeal, and you could just care less about what the hell is going on. I'm sticking with my gut on this one, and I'm saying this again, where P5 definitely was a good game, but in terms of storytelling, it definitely had some pacing issues and moments where it's just like, why? I'm actually bringing this up because of what P4G did. in P4, it was fine. When you yourself felt satisfied as a player, when you beat it the first time, you got the normal ending, but especially if you went for the true ending, you found out how all of this began, who was behind it all, who was pulling the strings, and so on and so forth. Like, P4 true ending was satisfying. So what P4G did, it added a story element with Marie. It also added more events for you as your character to do. It added a new ending for when you go back to Inaba and you see everybody like genuinely older. You see Naoto, you know, becoming more comfortable with being a woman. You see like Yukiko actually becoming, or if not already, the head of the Amagi Inn. And was all that necessary? Not really. It was not necessary because, like I said, P4 was really fine as it is, but considering that it was, you know, the Golden Edition and they had to do add-ons, they just added those on. And yes, there are some people that liked it, and there are some people that, you know, could care less about it. So now that, in my opinion, P5 had a lot of issues in regards of its pacing, in regards of its storytelling, especially at the ending, or even throughout the entire freaking game, I feel that they should take that time and add on story elements to make the game even better, because that's what they did in FF15, and I know that's like a totally different company, but hey, guess what? Freaking Mass Effect did the same exact thing, so freaking Atlas / Sega, they can totally do it too, because even I'm not the only one that thinks that P5 was kind of lackluster. I'm not the only one that doesn't hold P5 on a high pedestal, so if they were to add on new story elements to make people like me would have a change of heart, hint hint, wink wink, that would be cool. It would literally make our opinion of the game different and into a more positive ordeal. And for those who already think that the game is already perfect as it is, the additional story elements to the game would just appeal to them even more and make them love the game even more so than they do now. So in my honest opinion, if this truly is the extended version of P5, I want story elements added onto the game. I want it more stretched out. I want it more thorough. I want the ending segments of the entire game to be, you know, compelling than what it originally is. But at this point, I guess I'm kind of hoping for too much. We'll just have to wait for information coming out on the 24th of April. But that's my thoughts and opinions. I just hope if this, again, if it is really the extended version of P5, please, for the love of God, add story elements to the game to make it more appealing than it is now. And the whole thing about the Switch, if you guys are about to say, what do you think about it coming to the Switch? I made an entire video a couple months ago talking about the possibility of Persona coming to the Switch. I'll possibly post that link down in the description or post it in the comments. So you guys, if you guys are intrigued of watching it. But I guess that's all I have to say. I'll be back with more Persona 5 news as soon as they drop. My name's Jerome, and I will see you guys within the next video.